Health correspondent Nicola Hill. Nicola, it's just literally occurred to me that because you're the expert, I almost always start by asking you for an explanation about some things that you'll find very simple, but we need to know. So how deadly is dengue fever as today's opener?
Oh, it is deadly, and it's actually a disease that people don't really discuss very much. The main dengue fever, the one that 400 million people get each year, and estimated because they don't know exact, needn't necessarily be deadly. What often happens is there's 4 strains of dengue. You get strain infected by one of the strains, you're then immune to that strain, but you're not immune to the other 3 strains. And it's when you get that second infection it can be deadly. You can get something called dengue hemorrhagic fever, and that can kill. And it's that second infection, and then if you survive that, the 3rd or the 4th, that are the dangerous ones. And of course, if somebody lives in an area that's very endemic, they're going to get more than one infection. I mean, 1970, 9 countries had endemic dengue. Today, nearly half the world, 100 countries, are infected with dengue. So it's spreading widely. And that's why there's such a need for treatment, because for ways of preventing it, because there are no treatments and there's no prophylactic drugs like you might have, say, with malaria. And that's why this miraculous hack, as it's being called, with this Wolbachia bacteria, which is basically, it sounds very bizarre, but the bacteria is being put inside the mosquitoes to fill up the space that the dengue virus normally goes into. And so the virus can't get in, it can't replicate. So the mosquitoes, when they bite people, are not going to spread dengue, and the Wolbachia bacteria isn't harmful to humans. So yeah, it is definitely something that we need to discuss more about, really.
I can't get my head around how they've been able to genetically manipulate a mosquito to pass that manipulation on to its offspring. Because surely that's the most important thing. A mosquito may not live that long. However many people it bites in its lifetime, it's a question of there being billions and billions and billions more of them.
Yeah, it's incredible, the science. I mean, they've been working on this for a very long time. It was a 3-year study done in this city in Indonesia, and it's quite interesting the way they did it, because they split the city into 12 regions. 24 regions actually. Half of them, or 12 of them, were given these genetically manipulated mosquitoes. In fact, I think it's like 500 million eggs were put in bits of water, because we know that mosquitoes breed in water in these parts of the city, and the others just had the usual dengue control efforts. And, you know, you gave statistics there. They reduced the infections by 77%. They reduced the hospitalizations by 86%, which is incredible, because, as I say, you know, it's the fact that particularly young people who die. I mean, children die from dengue infections because if they're going to get it more than once. There's been a lot of work being done on vaccines. I mean, the work that we've done on the COVID-19 vaccines is amazing. I mean, you need that type of work to be done against dengue, really. So the only vaccine that's licensed so far is for 9 to 45-year-olds, but it's only if they have already had that first infection. So it's then to prevent the second infection. But it doesn't mean for holidaymakers who go over there, and I have to say, you know, I have a vested interest in this, Adnan. I went on holiday to Bali. I ended up on a drip in hospital with a dengue infection. So I'm definitely supportive of any work that can be done to prevent dengue. They're doing it in Indonesia, and as you said in your introduction there, hopefully they're then going to spread this worldwide, and maybe it's going to be one of those vector-borne diseases that might one day be eradicated.
That would be incredible. It's just a spectacular development. Nicola, thank you so much indeed. Nicola Hill, our health correspondent.